It's 2010 and you need a new computer for your office. For $600, this is what you get. This one is brand new in 2024. Let's take a look. So I was cruising the interwebs, or Facebook, looking for deals, and I came across this ad for an Optiplex 760, and something struck me. It said new old stock, which is something that comes from the car industry. Usually it's a part that's never been used, but it's been on the shelf for a long time. Now a DELL typically wouldn't be not used. And so I messaged him. We were going back and forth, and he said it is actually new. It's literally never been used, which is hard to believe, but that's what he said. And I tried to talk him down a little bit. It was $50 for this Optiplex 760, which you could normally get for $20. In many cases, you could get one for free. But he said he was firm on the price. He said he would meet me closer to my house, which was nice. And I just decided to go for it because if it is actually new, that's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to be the first person to fire up a DELL. Let's have a look inside. I did briefly open the box, but I haven't really taken everything out yet. So this is, I guess, how you would have received it new. And here's a package. This was let's see, this is the software, I believe. Yeah. Got your mouse, USB, and that's the power cable that goes to the external power supply. Software. Roxio, I remember that. It says Windows 7 Professional 32-bit already installed on your computer. And there's no key. Oh, the key's on the case. And then there's Windows XP already installed on your computer. That's weird. But apparently at this time you had the option. You could have XP or 7. So I'm not sure what's on there now. It both says already installed. And we have DELL application. This is looks like it says drivers. I don't know what's in there. Brand new, sealed. Everything's new, so it's never been used. There's your warranty. Let's look inside here. And, I've always liked these because it has an external power supply. It's great. I wish they would make more like this. Pretty beefy. Also sealed. There's an adapter. He said these would support dual monitors, but I'm not sure how. From one DVI port. And here's the tower. Oh, there's the keyboard. Let's see what a keyboard looks like in 2010. Oh, not bad. I like these. These have nice big key winners. That kind of fell out a little bit. So here it is, your brand new, never used Optiplex 760. Wonder if... Oh, there's a bug running around in there. Poor guy. Go away. It's kind of weird, the sticker's just kind of like not on. I don't think it's supposed to go there. So there's a DVD drive. Let's put this on top here. Take a look. There she is. One of my favorite DELLs from back in the day. Just nice and small. You actually could buy a mount to put this behind your computer at some point. So you got serial ports, DVI. There's the power supply in. You can see the fan is brand new. And let's open it up. Forget how this goes. Okay. DELL. Oh wow. This is new. Look at that. There's no dust in here whatsoever. Brand new hard drive. 80 gigs, 7200 RPM. DDR2, I believe. Let's say 2 gigabytes, yeah. He said these came with 2 gigabytes normally. But yeah, this is very cool. I mean, to have something that's never been used before. I don't know what we're gonna do with this. This might be good for like an emulation machine or something. Maybe just place the hard drive with something big. So let's get it back to the house and boot it up and see what it looks like running software. Pretty sure I have another DDR2 stick, and I think I already have a legacy hard drive that we can put here. Alright, so we'll be back in a minute. There's your brand new DELL Optiplex 760, $50. After 13 years, it is time for the DELL to be activated. Welcome to 2024, my friend. So it looks like the battery's dead, which is to be expected after all these years. Even the ones that I get typically have a bad battery. So let's just bypass this. And see, it's gonna reboot. $760. First boot. Strike F1 key. Okay. Same thing. So this looks like the first setup screen. Press any key. Oh, XP. Interesting. I thought it had 7 on it already. He told me they came with XP, but I figured since it had the Windows 7 disk, it would have Windows 7. Also, the license on the side of the case is Windows 7. Wow, blast from the past. Windows XP. I don't even remember what the initial setup looks like. Because this would be Since it's never been turned on before, supposedly it should go to some sort of setup screen, right? So you could pick your username and stuff like that. So let's see what it does. Wow, the sound. That is cool. Listen to the music. It's kind of catchy. Thank you for purchasing this computer from Dell featuring Windows XP. I kind of don't want to set it up. I just want to listen to that music for a while. Let's go to the next screen. There's your language. Can I cancel this? And user license edition. So I think I'm not going to set up the XP because since this actually has XP and it's fresh, I think I want to make a different video just about XP setup because I forgot what that's like. So what I'm going to do now is just go ahead and pop in a different hard drive and then we'll check out the system. But man, that music, very cool. Be right back. So that was pretty fun to experience. And for those of you that are wondering why would someone want a computer that's so tiny that has no upgrade path, these were pretty much designed to be for specific uses. For example, if you ever went to the doctor 10 years ago and they had the little cart that they would bring over and they would put in your vitals and stuff, there was a computer back there, and probably something like this. It was just a tiny little computer that was portable. Also, these are used a lot in mechanic shops or something where you need the computer to actually move with you. And you've never seen that. I've seen it before, but a lot of people haven't seen it. It came in a few flavors. There was the tower, and then the mini tower, and then the SSF. But the USFF was the super tiny one, and that's because it had to be moved either hidden behind the monitor or on a cart where you could move it around and gather information. And so let's look at the cost of it. $593 back then in 2010 is the equivalent of about almost $900 today, which is not horrible. And it had a specific purpose. And even today, I think someone could use this for something, not just to use for games or whatever, but like this would be good in a library or school, education, stuff like that. It's very small. You can hide it somewhere and just use it. Still a very capable computer. So what I did was I popped in a hard drive that I had from a laptop, and I was going to install Windows 7 32-bit. But what ended up happening is it booted Windows 10, which was on the hard drive. And I didn't even think about this. It is 64-bit. Even though it came with a 32-bit disk in the box, this is capable of 64-bit. So that means I can put in the full 4 gigabytes. It might take 8, I'm not sure. It says it only does 4, but sometimes they don't say what it really does, so it might take 8. It probably will. But yeah, now it's running Windows 10. I didn't get to record that part. And it's basically just going to be a useful computer for somebody. If someone out there is watching and they want this, you're welcome to have it and reach out to me, because this is the only time, I think, that you will ever have a chance to buy a computer that's completely brand new, not refurbished, but new, from 2010. So it was a fun project, and we'll hit the road and see what else we can find. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, all the usual stuff, and we'll see you tomorrow.